moves in the top lane.
Okay, but honestly, what do you guys expect from these matchups?
I mean, Easy Visualize was a bit underperforming today, but nevertheless, Lachende was just well, pretty amazing in those two games. So they had a pretty good performance, and of course, Sensei is the #1 seed coming into this this final. So it could go either way. I'm kind of expecting it to go to the maximum of 3 games, and we'll see it 2-1. But it's kind of like a coin flip who is going to win it.
Okay, well, we will find out soon because we're going into picks and bans right now. What are they banning?
Yeah,
well,
so
Cassiopeia.
Yeah, I mean, Cassio is just being banned away pretty much every game against Cosq. And now Jax and Irelia are taken away as well, so Morsu is going to get something else today.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Jax and Irelia against Morsu, and then Cassiopeia against Cosq. Yeah, it's pretty obvious where they're focusing their bans, and it looks like they're not really afraid of Kire, who has been doing a fantastic job here today.
Yeah, but now Italy has been left open, so that is a possibility here. However, they take the Trundle.
Well, Trundle gets banned every game, I believe, and the thing is that picking up the Trundle is very solid because it gives you those options, right?
I mean, yeah, well, I'm not quite sure if you really want to take the Trundle. Yeah, it's a pretty safe pick. It gives you a split push ability as well. It could be something they want to take away here from Morse as well, because it could be something he might enjoy playing. But yeah, so that leaves it Italy open. And,
well, we could have expected this. We could have expected this. Italy, and now also the Ashe, something that Kitty really likes to play and has been doing very well with today. I believe the last 2 games that Kitty played, yeah. I mean, Ashe was paramount in those games.
Yeah, definitely. Just helping out with setting up the engagement firstly, and then coming in there with enough damage to be able to clean it up along with Cosq, who in the mid to late game team must have been a part of the shining points within the team of Lachende Gerdas. And Kirai just setting it up early in the match. So we do have those locked in here. I'm curious to see what Sensei is going to do to respond to it.
Well, to be fair, we've been seeing things like Elise coming out here, but I really like what they're doing right now. They're taking away the Braum, which was also such an important part of the combination. But if we're looking at the banned champions as well, Bard and Sivir are now gone, which is basically what we've been seeing every single game coming out from the... actually, it was Easy Visualize, so yeah. But then again, Bard's still powerful, and Sivir... Oh no. They're doing it, they're doing it. Oh my word, Lachende Gerdas, please.
But Azir is getting insta-locked here, so that one has been placed securely here for Cosq. So he's going to have fun with that one, but...
Timo can, by the way, be a placeholder for another champion. So if he gets locked in, I'm being told that Timo could be a placeholder for... because some players don't have all the champions on these accounts. So if the Timo gets locked in, it might be a Timo, but it might be a placeholder as well. So don't get too excited, guys.
Yeah, okay, we'll get the information later on if that's the case, but... Well, it doesn't, so it is...
It's going to be a Gnar. Okay, so Gnar against Trundle. That's an interesting setup, that's for certain. I mean...
Yeah, they kind of say that Gnar usually takes it during the laning phase because he has a range advantage. Plus he gets the transformation, of course, to Mega Gnar. So he can set something up along with Kirai. But then again, he is very predictable, of course. You see it coming, you know, you see the rage bar charging, you're like, okay, I got to step back, I got to stay safe for a while. And...
yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting one, that's completely for certain. I mean, if we're looking at Brennash and his buddy Fortunate, they still need to pick up at least a mid laner and a AD carry. What remains, I guess, yeah, Sivir is gone, Ashe is gone, and they're going for Ezreal and the Lissandra. So Lissandra we've seen before, but Ezreal's new.
I kind of expected a Caitlyn, perhaps, although she has disappeared lately. As one of the most go-to AD carries champions, but the Ezreal assists in a bit of zoning control, because of course once he has that frozen gauntlet, he can use the mystic shots to keep the enemy at range. But Azir will most likely at least block some of the engagement coming out from Knight. So that will be an interesting interaction once again. And we see the Morgana as a last pick here to assist Kitty in staying safe. Hopefully he won't get called out too much this time, because we saw that in the second game against ESL Visualize that he was being called out in lanes farming a lot and was put at risk quite often.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I like the setup here once again from the Lachende Gerdas, and it feels kind of what they want to play. This is their playstyle. They can be aggressive with this, and they can catch those people with it. So, but yeah, there's only one way to actually find out, of course, where we're where we'll end up with this first game, and that's of course to jump straight into the game. But before we do so, of course, we're in the Amsterdam Arena. It's one heck of a venue, and I really enjoy being here because, well, let's be honest, the Amsterdam Arena, one of the biggest sports venues, I believe the biggest sport venue in the Netherlands, and that's a big thing.
Yeah, and the crowd that's here is amazing as well. They've been shouting all day for League of Legends and for Hearthstone. Yeah, it's nice to have such an exciting crowd here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, without the crowd, it wouldn't be the same. So, crowd, can we hear you once again? Excellent, excellent.
I kind of expected that earlier when they were in the picture, but they kept silent, you know.
They were just a little bit too focused on the screen, so they were waiting for the game to actually shift into gear. But yeah, it's going to be a very important game as well for both of these teams. Of course, they already have that second place prize money in in their pocket, but it also will define who is the first one to be called the ESL Benelux champion. And that's a big thing.
Yeah, they are playing for the big cup that is right in the middle of the stage there. They want to take that into the hands and scream for their victories here, but it's going to take a couple more games before we get to that. But if we're going to dive a little bit into the matchups, because it is going to be quite interesting. You have a bit of hard engaged and a bit of control coming out of Sensei, because they have the Braum for disengage if need be. And of course, Ezreal can help out with slowing the enemy and keep them at bay. But then again, bit similarity on the side of the Lachende Gerdas here, a bit more pick orientated, because they have the Morgana, they have the Ashe, they can do some long range engages, try to pick somebody off and get a quick engage down. Perhaps once they use the arrow, they can nicely use it with the javelins out of Nidalee, get some extra damage down quickly and just delete somebody in a couple seconds.
Yeah, that's probably what they're going to be trying. But this is something we've been seeing before as well in every single game that we saw from the Lachende Gerdas. I mean, if we're looking at Easy Visualize, they ran into the Lachende Gerdas like that, and it looks like Sensei Esports is trying to match them on that level in some regard.
Yeah, what I'm curious about is they value the Trundle over the Nidalee pick.
Yeah,
that's an interesting one.
I said that straight away. It's like, oh, okay, Nidalee is open. They're going to first pick Nidalee. Yeah. It's like the obvious thing to do, because Brutal likes to play Nidalee. So does Kira. Okay, you can take it away from him and make sure that you get to play the champion. So they might pay for it. Who knows? Perhaps they didn't even notice it. Like, oh, wait, Nidalee is open. They didn't ban it.
It's possible that they think that they can actually fight against the Nidalee and that they put Trundle a little bit higher because of his high sustainability. Or high survivability. I'm not entirely sure what their plan is, but it is going to be shown in just a few moments, because, well, then we're going to be heading into the game, and then the Lachende Gerdas can show, or Sensei Esports can show what their tactic is against the Lachende Gerdas.
Okay, some quick predictions maybe. Who will take the first game?
Oh man.
Oh, this is so hard.
Lachende Gerdas.
Lachende Gerdas?
Yes, I would say bet al je knaken, want Lachende Gerdas gaan het maken.
Yeah. I still feel like it can go both ways. It kind of depends if Lachende Gerdas can once again make the pick composition work, and if they can, well, pick somebody off pretty early and get rolling. Okay. Team fight wise, I'm gonna think Sensei.
Okay, guys, we are onto the Rift. Crowd, let's hear it one more time. No, not one more time. For the grand finals between Sensei and Lachende Gerdas.
Yeah, unfortunately, some small glitches there, but we'll get into the game. No worries.
That's how it sometimes goes with the glitches. But it looks like we are on the Rift, so let's get this going. It's Sensei Esports against the team of Lachende Gerdas, and of course, both teams now looking to, well, play it a little bit safe here.
Yeah, no cheeky invades here. So they go for the safe setup. Person in every single spot near the jungle and just wait it out. So no overly aggressive moves here.
Yeah, it's an interesting start of the game for now. This is something that I've been talking to the players a little bit about. Is basically how do you start the game? What is your objective here? And the general consensus seems to be let's play it safe because the risk reward is just not worth it. It's a high risk because you can fall behind so much. And the reward you get is perhaps a single kill, but it doesn't really say it doesn't really change the game up entirely. So Bruder just chilling out here near the red camp, just waiting for the for the red camp to for the red buff to spawn. Yeah.
And we're gonna get Australian lanes today because both the dual laners are in the top lane. We have the solo laners in the bottom lane, so they swapped around here, so no strange shenanigans to be had with 1 versus 2s or 3v1 tower pushes or anything, so we're gonna have a bit of a relaxed laning phase, I hope.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be the case, but this is also interesting because now the dragon area is a little bit weaker because you only have 1 player there, so I guess we've been seeing this before, like you've said it's, I believe, previous game or the game before that, speaking about how the dragon is so important for for the mid game of most of the teams, especially depending on which dragon we have. Could be the Infernal, could be the Mountain. Especially those two are highly contested. But for now, things are just taking. They are just taking their time, just farming up, and this is what we're going to be seeing the next couple of moments until Kire or Bruder are going to be jumping in.
Yeah, and they have been quite aggressive as we have seen in a couple matches, but mostly in each other's jungle. They tend to go for some of the counter invades here and there, try to steal away as much farm as they can and just get a lead in that sense.
Yeah, definitely. But another thing to keep in mind is, of course, the fact that, well, Morsu and Bruder, they used to play together, so now they can fight, have a go at each other here.
We did see a quick sneak peek there of the Cloud Dragon hovering over there. So the first dragon not going to be that much contested, so maybe it's good that we have switched around lane so that it won't be that much fought over and there won't be any weird moves here.
Oh, a little bit of a fight here of the blue buff, but it is actually Kire who's... Did Kire just steal the wake? I'm not entirely sure. No, good smite here by Bruder.
Yeah, he was just a little bit quicker on his own camps. I think he ignored maybe 1 or 2 smaller camps there to get there in time and to go in there with cast and take over control of the jungle here from Sensei if they were able to, but...
Again, slow start, just the team setting up their offense, trying to prepare stuff, and you can actually look at the ward placements. It's very, very deep if we're looking at it. Especially when we're looking at the wards for Lachende Gerdas.
Yeah, I mean, they got the movement into the jungle of Sensei, so they were able to play some wards, which will help them out later on to spot where Bruder is hanging out and try to take away something either by ganking a certain lane, knowing that you have a player advantage, or by taking away some of his camps. So they might be able to use that to their advantage here.
Yeah, it's a little bit slow, but let's take a quick look here at Sensei Esports and Lachende Gerdas, how they got here actually. So that's a thing to keep them to think back at, especially when looking at the group stage. We had Sensei Esports, well, pretty much all the way at the top of the scoreboard. Lachende Gerdas, well, they faced most of the weaker teams early in the tournament, so they were also near the top. But then they faced Sensei Esports in the tournament, in the group stage, which is, of course, completely different than the offline event. But Sensei Esports won there, and I'm not entirely sure how the power level distribution is between these two teams, because Lachende Gerdas are known to be extremely good on LAN events.
Yeah, they just tend to perform so much better. I kind of feel like they sit back and relax when they play these offline events and just don't care too much, but then when they get to the actual finals, they put in a performance. They just want to win. They really want to take the victory here, and they're probably very confident in doing so, as we kind of just heard in that short interview.
Yeah, definitely. And to be fair, they have a lot of experienced players, but we should not be discounting Sensei Esports. Sensei Esports is doing a fantastic job, and to be fair, if we're looking at the gold count right now, it's relatively close, so both of the teams know how to farm. Probably, well, yeah, I mean, if you live in the Netherlands, then there's a lot of there are a lot of mills, so yeah, and to provide never mind, I'm not even going that way. Yeah, it's your turn, Kronos. You need to save me here from this horrible,
no worries,
horrible
they do it themselves.
metaphor. Yeah, definitely. Look at Morsu right here onto Bibo as Kira is coming in as well. Bibo in a lot of trouble. Will Bibo actually take that Morsu? He does take that Morsu. He gets first blood, but is it going to be the Kira who takes on Bibo? Yes, it is. So no assists going out for the team of the Lachende Gerdas. Correction. It is Sensei Esports not getting the assist, but they did get that 400 gold. So in terms of gold, it's relatively the same.
Oh, and Bruder getting called out a bit by Kosku there, but he should be fine in his own jungle. But yeah, I mean, first movement made there by Kirai. However, yeah, Biba just able to turn it around. And we see that so often when Toronto gets ganked, he's able to regenerate enough that he can take the 1v2 at least by getting one kill. And you saw it like afterward, he went for the minions, like, yeah, I'm gonna die anyway. I'll pick up one of these range CSs because, you know, some extra gold for me here.
Yeah, definitely. But then again, he's really hard to duel, right? I mean, his Q is very powerful.
Yeah, definitely. It just does so much damage that you don't really expect it. Kira maybe thought that he could heal away the damage coming out of the tunnel, out of Bippo. But wasn't able to do so. So I'm guessing that he's gonna cool down a bit. Like, okay, we had a gank and didn't really work out, so maybe he's gonna sit back a bit, farm some more, and try to set up something more with their team as a team-oriented offensive.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be interesting because we saw Bruder, I believe, in the game against, was it Easy Visualize, game 1, where Bruder got a lot of kills on Nidalee and just started snowballing. I mean, that's also the power of Nidalee, and given that Kira actually got the kill, he might try and do the same trick. For now though, bottom lane, yeah, it's a relatively even fight for now. Repo going down to half hit points, but he will be healing that up, of course, with his passive. And of course, Morsu, well, he's Mega Gnar, so he's going to be losing all the additional hit points anyhow. And that's basically how it will be going for the next couple of minutes.
What I am curious about is how this 1v1 in the mid lane is going to turn out. We saw Kosku's performance on that Azir during one of the matches. And Knight is dealing with it pretty well. I mean, he's doing okay in farm. He is behind, but it's not too bad considering that Azir has such a long range. It can just poke you down all the time, which is rather annoying. Just a regular arrow. No,
yeah, just a hawk shot going out here to get a little bit of vision here for Ash, but in the end, mid lane, like you said, is relatively even. The only difference is, of course, the CS in favor of Azir. But when we're getting to the later stage of the game, Lissandra will also be catching up, so that should be no problem whatsoever. Lissandra actually getting the blue buff. Kosku already had the blue buff, but in the end...
Bruder is getting in position in the top lane. Oh, he's
that's going to be interesting.
Back off.
I was thinking about it, but it doesn't really look like he has the ability to do so. I mean, he's up against a Black Shield. The Black Shield blocks all the stuns, all the slows, pretty much everything. So that's the thing to keep in mind. And Kira is now going to be taking advantage of the fact that there was a spider in the top lane looking for Bwipo.
Oh, do you really want to die?
Yeah, that's a bad idea. Don't dive at Trundle and they say, okay, sure, we wasted the teleport, we're out. I mean, that's pretty good. Knight used this teleport and they can just say, okay, teleport gone, that's a summoner spell wasted, and that means we can just back away. So very well played here by the Lachende Gerdas.
So now Knight has to take the slow route back because he can't.
Oh, there's the arrow going for Fortunate. Fortunate taking a lot of damage. The Glacial Fisher coming out as well, but the Soul Shackles only locking on to Fortunate. And well, it was a very hard engage, but it didn't end up doing anything.
Yeah, a bit confident going back in there, but the Black Shield is still available. So Kitty not taking any damage and managing to do some more poke onto Fortunate. So they're going to have a tough time until they manage to regenerate fully. And well, in the bottom lane, or actually the top laners, are brawling it out as we're used to, kind of. We see these AD brawlers a lot.
Yeah, especially after the changes. that have happened in the past few patches. I mean, we saw the top lane being a very aggressive lane, and now it's, or at least for my feeling, it's slowly returning to the old. We deal a little bit of damage, they deal a little bit of damage, we heal it up, and we start all over again, but we can kill each other. So that's the thing to keep in mind, especially with Gnar, who can suddenly just annihilate you from 100 to 0 in just a couple of seconds.
So we take a quick sneak peek at how the guys are currently doing. It's 1-1 in kills, and there's about 1,000 gold between the two teams, and it looks like Bernash is in a bit awkward position because Fortune had to go back to base. He manages to arcane shift out of that binding there.
Was a nice dark binding there by Suicast, and to be honest, Kirei was also nearby, tosses out the spear, but immediately decides, yeah, this is not going to happen, let's back away.
So still taking it slowly here. Both teams, I mean, right now I kind of feel like Sensei needs to make a move somewhere because they are losing it on farm, and that means that they're getting behind slowly but surely. And we mostly see it in the mid lane. I mean, Coscu is doing a better job farming and pushing as well with the help of Kira. They're gonna take the first turret here in the mid lane.
That's the thing, the moment that actually goes down and they're already 2,000 gold up, Lachende Gerdas, they could actually start running away with this game right now. Especially if we're looking at the... taking a look at the items, I believe we saw over 2,000 gold also on Azir, as we briefly skipped on that. Immediately, Azir now going back, yeah, that's a massive purchase. Should be a Nashor's Tooth as well, at the very least. Yeah, Nashor's Tooth coming out here. So yeah, again, very passive start, very different from the previous games that we've seen. I mean, the previous games that we've seen had at least 5 or 6 kills before the 13-minute mark, and right now, it's just 2.
Kira going for another evade here, trying to take away the wolf camp, but it resets, so he's gonna have to spend some extra time killing it. But Bernash not really in the position to check it out and to make sure that it's not there nearby, but...
Bernash needs to be careful.
Yeah, Kira might spot in there.
Kira is actually looking to take that Gromp.
So a lot of counter jungling being done by both sides, because Bruder is of course on the other side, where Bwipo just took down that turret. So they managed to equalize it at least in turrets, which brings a gold gap a little bit closer. It's only 1,500 now, and they're gonna look at stealing away the blue buff as well if Coscu doesn't have a say about it.
Coscu couldn't take it, so it's down to Bruder, and Bruder more than happy with taking away the blue buff of his opponent, immediately also making it a little bit harder here for Coscu. And in the meantime, Bwipo, unfortunately, is going to be taking the dragon here, first Cloud Dragon of the game, going over to Sensei Esports. And to be fair, I'm getting the feeling that they want to remove it just to get the stack for later, perhaps.
Yeah.
Especially since this game is going to be going very long. Plus rotations are a little bit easier. Oh, nice arcane shift there by Bernash, but now he has no arcane shift. Here's these Soul Shackles coming out. Bernash in a lot of trouble, will be going down. And that's a beautiful kill there for the Lachende Gerdas. And well, to make matters worse, they have a 4-man push in the top lane. That is going to be another turret as well. And Lachende Gerdas just saying, okay, sure, we'll take 2 turrets in a row, and we'll take Azrael as well.
Yeah, so we saw that in the game versus Easy Visual as well. Easy Visual was meant for a dragon, and then Lachende Gerdas abused it and went for a turret, and they got so much gold out of it, and they're just doing it again right now. We saw there another Cloud Drake coming up, so no real important buffs coming up for this game. And I wonder if Sensei Esports is going to focus it once again later on.
Well, they can. They have the opportunity, of course, to do it. I mean, that's completely up to them. But the issue is just like you said, they give up. They take the dragon, but they give up 2 turrets. If it was the Mountain Drake or if it was the Infernal Drake, it's okay. But unfortunately, it's the Cloud Drake, which is currently just not worth it.
Oh, cast in position here for Bwipo.
Oh. Yeah, but Cass, looks like Bwipo just backs away. Actually, he warded that one, so I'm getting the feeling he felt something wasn't right and then backed away.
Yeah, and just...
Oh, Kitty in a lot of trouble. Just look at the damage. Immediately they nuke him down. And they might actually go for the Rift Arrow if they want to, but they decide to just back away. Was a very... Yeah, Kitty just got caught. Yeah, completely alone. You die. That's basically how it goes. Now Knight in a lot of trouble needs to back away as fast as he can. But he will be able to survive this one.
Yeah, he will be fine here, but we did see that Morsu was pushing hard on the bottom lane turret. I do think that is quite low, however, they are in a fight right now. There's a support on the way.
It looks like it's slowly but surely Kaz is moving in, but Morsu will have his Rage Gene active, so he will be transforming into Meganar in just a few seconds, especially if he lands at least one hit. Yeah, now he can actually switch to Meganar if he wants to, as in the middle lane. Oh, Ruda gets hit by the arrow, he will go down. Knight also goes in, he does get the return kill, and now Koskyu needs to back away, but he has the Emperor's Divide, so he will survive.
That was a quick couple of kills there.
That was a long-range arrow. I mean, look at Kitty. Kitty was in the top lane.
Good job doing that, but it does look like Lachende Gerdas get a turret out of this as well. So 4 turrets to 2 right now and 3,000 goals in the pocket. So they are taking a quite hefty lead here. It is equal in kills, but Lachende Gerdas is playing the objective game much better.
Yeah, Lachende Gerdas is doing a fantastic job right now, and they have a small 3,000 gold lead, but only 16 minutes in. It is quite useful to have that small lead, and it will allow them to buy some really big items. If we're looking at Ashe, building towards the Infinity Edge, we're looking at Azir. What do you think, Rylais?
Most likely just to keep people at bay a little bit easier. You could also go for Depth Gap for staff, go for the absolute hard damage, but you kind of want the extra health you get as well from the Rylais. But I do see a move for the Rift Herald here from Sensei. I mean, once again, going for one of those neutral objectives that don't really give all that much to your team. I mean, yeah, of course, the damage reduction you get is quite nice, but...
I believe that also only applies if you're alone, so that's also a thing to keep in mind. In the meantime, though, they do manage to take the Rift Herald, so at the very least, Sensei Esports has that buff on them. Yeah. But again, Kitty, bottom lane, yeah. It's just history repeating itself over and over again. Sensei Esports goes for a neutral. Lachende Gerdas says, oh, turret for us.
Yeah, so that's the 5th one already here, and just good rotations out of Lachende Gerdas and making good use of their knowledge from the position of Sensei. Kitty maybe getting another kill here if you get the good engagement. They want to look for it because Azir.
They have the arrow though. They have the arrow ready, so if they want to go, it's just the press of a button. It's just R and they go, full speed. But this is a little bit dangerous here, of course, for Sensei, because they are down a few thousand goals.
Yeah, Knight looking for an engagement, but in return takes a lot of damage.
Oh,
and
here's the engage. Yeah, beautiful stun there. Fortunate in a lot of trouble. Glacial Fisher coming out. Nice Emperor's Divide. Oh, Koskyu, where are you going? Oh, you went so incredibly deep, and now Kirai will go down. Kitty goes down. Oh, Lachende Gerdas, what are you doing? You're going straight into the tower. You should not be diving, and now they're going to be trying to chase down just because. But it looks like it was well, a little bit strange. Koskyu was like, oh, ours to go button, and actually went when he should not be going in.
Yeah, but meanwhile in the top lane, it does look like Morsu took out Bibbo in a 1v1 scenario. So they did get another kill out of it there, but yeah, it was a bit greedy going for that hard dive and just taking too much damage. And honestly, I was pretty impressed by the damage Knight managed to put out there, because he kind of got them low pretty quickly. He does have, of course, the Abyssal Scepter, which helps him out a lot, of course, with Brooder as well, with some magic damage coming in there. Yeah, I see Kaz looking for something else here.
Yeah, Kaz looking for Brennash, but Kaz can't find Brennash. Just more than happy with just clearing out the way for you for now. Yeah, so we're back to a very slow part of the game, because now the teams have to build up once again, building towards the next big item. So like you said, perhaps the Rylais coming out from Azir. Perhaps the, well, most likely Infinity Edge coming out from Ashe. And I believe the Infinity Edge actually got buffed. So that's perhaps why we see more of the Infinity Edge coming out immediately instead of all the other items that are there. But for now.
Well, the thing is though, I mean, Bernash has his Frozen Gauntlet completed, has his Mana Immune, it hasn't evolved yet, so kind of need to wait for that to get some more damage spike out of it. And we do see that Kira takes his Dragon, but nobody really cares because it's a Cloud Drake, so just takes that on his own. So 1 for 1 now, both teams have a Cloud Drake. And
the next one is also going to be a Cloud Drake.
our final does not have been blessed.
You cursed us.
I know.
You were saying it last game. Oh, it's a cloud break now. We only get cloud breaks during the finals. Yeah. Thanks, Kronos. And I'm pretty sure that the Lachende Gerdas and Sensei Esports are just as happy as we have a double teleport into the bottom lane. Make that a triple teleport as Washu is also coming in. Kirei trying to escape this one. He needs to back away as fast as he can. Winter's Bite lands, so he gets slowed. Now immediately the Glacial Path coming out as well. Yeah, goodbye, Kirei. You are dead.
Still, Fortunate had to commit the ulti, and there we see the fight there actually.
Yeah, Koskyu tried to fight against Bruder, but he didn't quite succeed, and now it's immediately the team of Sensei Esports who seem to be dictating the flow of battle. And yeah, Lachende Gerdas need to be very careful that they don't lose more members just to, well, overextending. That's literally the thing that's happening right now.
There's a lot of greedy movements. I mean, yeah, of course, Kirei picks up the kill onto Bernard, so that helps, but then he gives up his life by diving so far on the turret. But then again, Sensei has to use 2 teleports and ulti for it, and oh, they might find another one here. Actually, flash used by Kaz.
Oh, they're going on to Kaz. Here's the frozen glacial prison going out. Kaz will be going down, and can they actually follow up on that? No, they cannot. So Lachende Gerdas will not be able to chase down Sensei Esports and just lose their Morgana. And well, looks like once again the cheese stands alone as Kaz gets taken out.
Yeah. Knight definitely having to go back there. No mana remaining, so did not want to go for another fight against Morsu. But yeah, definitely Lachende Gerdas just dropping a couple of kills for no reason. They could just keep on playing the rotations and try to get some more turrets out of it, but you know, they're just giving something in returning it to Sensei. So Sensei now only 3k behind, so they managed to crawl back a little bit, and they might be able to contest that Baron, because of course we are in the 22nd minute of this game. Baron is on the map, and we see that Lachende Gerdas is taking vision control, so they might try to set something up here.
This is very telling for Lachende Gerdas. Every time they've started setting a vision control out the Baron, in about 1 to 2 minutes, they are moving to the Baron area completely. And Sensei Esports should respect that. Sensei Esports is already in position, so they are somewhat respecting that. Of course, they have their Trundle, who is not in position, but he also does not have his teleport available. So that's a big thing to keep in mind during the next fight. So no Gnar, no Trundle. And both teams just hovering around the Baron. This is going to be interesting. It's definitely a risky strategy from both of the players here. Kaz needs to be a little bit careful as Bruder's chasing him down. Will the cocoon land? No, it will not. And even if it did, the Black Shield would have protected him.
A lot of risk being taken there by Bruder. They send Koskyu to the top lane to push out the wave, so they get some more pressure onto that turret, and maybe they can try and rotate afterwards. Does look like the rest of Koskyu's team is pushing towards that Baron area, or actually into the blue buff area to clear out those pink wards, because we did see that 2 pink wards were placed, so they can take back some control. But Kirei just dodging that Braum Q there, so ooh,
going nice shielding there by Knight, keeping himself alive for a long time. Oh my word, look at Koskyu going everywhere. The high mobile champion Azir just doing whatever he wants to. Now Bruder goes down, and immediately Kirei chasing now Fortunate and Brenash. Brenash is in a lot of trouble, but will be able to back away. But yeah, Koskyu.
That what was he doing? Pretty fancy, but they can't go for that Baron right now. They are moving into position. Kitty and Kaz are right there. They need, yeah, I was gonna say they need Morsu to get over there, but he is using his teleport, so they can do this Baron pretty easily. Are they gonna contest it? Sensei are in position.
Yeah, but they lack a lot. They lack numbers. They can't really do anything about it. They of course can bring in Bruder if they correction Vipo, but unfortunately his teleport is also on cooldown, so that's not going to happen. And yeah, Lachende Gerdas now with the Baron buff. We all know what that means. Baron means game is going to be ending relatively soon. That's. I haven't seen a single game where that wasn't the case yet.
I hope you're wrong today.
I'm also hoping I'm wrong, but Lachende Gerdas, yeah, they have a 5,000 gold lead. They have a 3 turret lead. They have a Baron lead. The Baron buff is still active.
I mean, really yeah, they have a pretty good lead, but it's not really that much out of control that Sensei can't defend their base against the Baron up team from Lachende Gerdas. I do believe, but we'll have to see in a couple minutes.
Yeah, that's the beauty of League of Legends. You don't know what's going to be happening in the near future, but And of course, results from the past do not guarantee success in the future.
Exactly.
So for now, Lachende slowly but surely moving towards the bottom lane. They have a teleport. They have no teleport available on Morsu, so Morsu needs to push on his own. But that also means that if they get caught in a 4 versus 5 situation, then well, things will turn out really badly for the Lachende because they are not far enough ahead to take a 4-on-5 fight.
Yeah, teleport advantage is definitely in the hands of Lachende Gerdas here. They have Morsu going for the, in the hands of Sensei Esports, because they have Morsu pushing in that top lane, but he just used the teleport to help out with the Baron. So this might be the moment here for Sensei Esports to go for a play, use the teleport and try to get some kills back into the hands and try to take control back of this game.
Yeah, but it's going to be really hard. Lachende Gerdas now pushing in both the top lane and the bottom lane. And yeah, Morsu, yeah, he has those big minions, and Strundle can't really do anything about them because...
Oh, they get a pick on
Oh, nicely done there, but Koskyu immediately using Emperor's Divide to push everyone once again away from his team.
God,
immediately they re-engaged here by Kitty, and now they're going ham here, straight into the enemy team, and Lachende Gerdas, they get themselves the kill that they really needed. Now they're sending back the rest of Sensei Esports to their base, but they are getting another wave of minions that are empowered by the Baron buff. So that should be, at the very least, an inhibitor turret.
Yeah, and as well on the top line, it looks like also got the better hand of the trade. Oh, we see a flank here from Knight.
Nicely done here by Knight, but now Knight needs to be a little bit careful. Nice flash there by Kitty. Kitty staying alive as long as he can. Oh. Nicely done there as Kire takes him down. And now it's on to Brannish. Brannish needs to back away as fast as he can. He only has about 200 hit points, and they're going to lose their first inhibitor of the game. Oh no, it's going to be another kill as they take down Bruder. But Bwipo comes in, gets at the very least one. No, it's going to be Brannish with the kill, but Bwipo allowed him, or rather, allowed Brannish to take that kill. Very well done. But Lachende Gerdas, super minions in the bottom lane, and that is one of the worst lanes to have it in.
Yeah. And we have the Cloud Drake respawn, so they're gonna happily take that one away as well, I think. Kira on his way, so it's gonna mean at least 2 Drakes in the hands of Lachende Gerdas as well. So it's gonna be maybe problematic for that late game, because we do see that they're just taking too much control here. And
yeah, I have to give it to Lachende Gerdas. They're playing very controlled. They're playing by the numbers, and they're not wasting. They're not wasting the Baron buff. That's really important. They're playing very controlled, and at this point they stopped overextending. Like we've been seeing Lachende Gerdas, they really like to go deep. They really like to decide, okay, we're going in with everything we have. However, in this game, it seems to slowly but surely that feeling seems to ebb away, and that's the thing to keep in mind here.
I just want to say how good Koskyu is playing once again on that Azir. I wonder if there might ban away next game, Sensei, because it is quite worrying. Like every time Sensei tries to make a move, Koskyu just uses the Emperor's Divide, goes for the disengage, and then at long range attacks them with the soldiers. You saw how much damage it did onto Bruder and Knight, and it was quite a surprise that they actually managed to survive because they got so low from Koskyu. So it could have gone a lot worse. They managed to stay in it for now, but they need to find some more picks maybe and try to go for a better objective than a Dragon here or there.
Yeah, definitely, but they already got the Baron, so that's also a very good objective. But looking at how Lachende Gerdas are playing and how controlled they are playing, they're not leaving anything up to chance. Sensei Esports now, maybe they can get a pick here. They're on to Kire. Kire stays alive for a long time. Exhaust goes down to Koskyu. And can they actually turn it around right now? Doesn't look like it, but they jumped off Kire. They got the jump off Kire, but he's just too powerful right now.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't even have that many tanky items, but they just couldn't take him down. He kept healing himself back, jumping away, trying to get out of range until his team got there. And we just see that people can't deal with Morsu right now. He just needs to run away every time, and they might actually lose another inhibitor here if it takes any longer.
Yeah, if this keeps up, Sensei Esports needs to make a play right now. If they don't, yeah, this already happened. And with 2 inhibitors down, both in the bottom and in the top lane, those are the longest lanes in the game. I believe that you also have the ability that they can stack, and then you have 2 super minions next to each other, and I believe they also buff each other.
Yeah, the super minions give a buff to other minions nearby, so if you have 2 in a lane, they buff each other as well, so they get even tankier, which is pretty annoying to deal with. And this is just what they're going to do is 1 more minute till Baron. They have super mains pushing, and they just put Morsu in the side lane, letting him put some pressure down. And yeah, just try to take it slowly from here. They are just totally in control right now.
They need to be careful though. Morsu doesn't have to teleport. Like that's going to be the biggest thing. Like they have to keep Morsu near to the team, or else he's never going to be there on time for the fight.
Q slowly getting towards the Rabbit in his death cap. Once he has that one completed, it's going to get pretty insane how much damage he can dish out, buffing him even further. Kira just missing a javelin there, trying to get some poke down as much as he can, just to push Sensei away from the turret and get some art attacks on it to be able to take it down.
Yeah, but that's going to be hard. I mean, look at the damage that they are already blocking with those black shields, and with all the heals coming out, it's just a little bit ridiculous how hard it is to take down the Lachende Gerdas. And now in the bottom lane, Bwipo versus Morsu. Yeah, now that Bwipo has gotten a lot of his core items, he's pretty hard to go down. But
yeah, we did see that Bruder got poked down so low, and they have super mains in the top lane. Senpai need to go.
Yeah, they need to go, but doesn't really look like they can. I mean, they went, and then it stopped. Bwipo going a little bit deep, gets the exhaust on him. Koskyu trying to escape. Koskyu will escape though, and now Bwipo is all alone. Will he go down to Kitty though? The Black Shields go to keep Kitty alive for a long time. Bwipo goes down. However, Morsu died in the background.
And Morsu did get killed there, but there's still Super Me is knocking on the door for Sensei Esports, and they all also want to get that turret here. And we see the teleport coming in there from Knight.
Yeah, the teleport is coming in, but is it going to be enough though? The glacial path is going to put them in a good position. They do manage it. Oh, Kirei! Kirei will survive this one for a little bit longer, but now it actually survives completely. And can he actually turn it around here? But look at Gerdas doing work here together with Knight. Such a very good team play right there. And, well, to be fair, that was a very good trade here for Sensei Esports.
Yeah, just all credit going to Knight there, making the good play with the teleport. They did lose another inhibitor turret though, so the base is fully open right now. They managed to save that inhibitor, so that at least helps them out. But look at that Nexus turret almost being down by the Super Mains.
Yeah, that's the issue. The Super Mains are really good against towers, are pretty much good against anything in a lane that's not player controlled. So, yeah, that's a very scary situation here for Sensei Esports. I'm quite confused as to the lack of aggression earlier from Sensei Esports, because they could have gone way more aggressive, because they knew they were already behind. They had to go for desperation attempts, and given that that is actually the case, well, I think they were just a little bit too late with that comeback.
Yeah, they wanted to try and stall the game, farm up, get some more items, and try to win based on their teamfight coordination. However, Lachende Gerdas would have nothing of that. They wanted to go for the win, and they keep on pushing and pressuring on turrets. Yeah, you get to a point where you're like, okay, we can't give any more away. We need to defend here, or we're going to just lose the game quite easily. And
yeah, but the issue with only defending means that you're not attacking, and if you're not attacking, you're not making kills. And then this happens. You can't fight for the objective. Now teleporting coming. Yeah, this is a fight over Baron. Can Bwipo actually do anything here? We have Knight coming in from the side. He does have everything ready to go, but no one presses the go button on Sensei Esports. And smart moving by Lachende Gerdas, immediately disengaging, now looking to take down Bruder here. Kirei almost gets hit by the cocoon, but he nicely dodges it. But will it actually be enough here? Fortunate, gets the passive onto Morsu.
Wow.
That was Knight just getting obliterated. He had no way of surviving that immediately. From 50 to 0. That is an immense amount of damage, and now the fight will be continuing as Lachende Gerdas continues to push. There are no turrets left. There are no turrets left indeed, and this should at the very least be an inhibitor here in the middle. They could actually go for the bottom inhibitor if they really want to, but it looks like this is going to be the end. Lachende Gerdas are continuing to push. Can Sensei Esports actually survive here? It's going to be so incredibly hard for the Sensei Esports, but they lose all their towers, and now they're going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, all of them down, and this is the end. Lachende Gerdas will take the first game in the grand finals.
Yeah, just a solid performance once again out of them. I mean, there really wasn't a point where I would say that Sensei was in position to take their win there. they just seemed a little bit lackluster. Didn't make any, well, not any plays on the map. They just kept on defending and then saw an opportunity to go for it, and they got some kills out of it, which was good, but they need to make moves of their own, in my opinion.
Yeah, the experience from Lachende Gerdas really showing this game. The game started a bit slow. Both teams just touchy-feely there in the grand finals, of course. But yeah, in the end, I think it showed that they had a plan. And what stood out to me was the Azir again being very powerful.
It was ridiculous how good Koskiu was on the Azir, but also how controlled Lachende Gerdas plays. Lachende Gerdas, when we were looking at the online stages, they were, well, relatively out of control. They just went in, go, go, go. There were no breaks on the Lachende Gerdas train. However, in this game, they just took it easy, played it by the numbers, and then this happens. They win with about 14,000 gold lead over Sensei Esports in about 35 minutes. So I have to say, they did a fantastic job. And now it's up to Sensei Esports to find a way to fight back against the Lachende Gerdas, who, well, have been rising above themselves this entire tournament.
Yeah, because we are playing a best of 3 here in the grand final. So after this one, it could be done. We could already have a champion. But let's look at this game first again. Bruder, should he have picked Nidalee?
I think he should. Bruder's really good on Italy. Like it allows him to be all across the map at every point, and that showed.
Yeah, it's just his Elise. I mean, I know that Elise has won as a champion as well. I mean, he plays that one a lot as well, so he usually has a good performance on it. But during like the first 10 or 15 minutes, we really didn't see all that much out of him. He tried for some invades and get some camps away, but then Kira responds, takes some camps back of his own. Really not much that he took out of this this matchup here.
Yeah, well guys, we will see what the junglers can do in maybe the final game of the entire tournament. We are going for a quick break and we will see you in a couple of minutes.
Into the Monster Cat podcast. Taking you on a journey. This is Monster Cat.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the ESL Benelux Championships, the grand finals of League of Legends. Lachende Gerdas versus Sensei Esports. Both of these teams have battled for more than 2 months to be on this stage, and this could be the final game to win 3,000 euros. Guys, what do we expect of the second game of the grand finals?
I do feel like Sensei need to mix it up a bit. They went for a lot of bans focused on Morsu, which didn't give them all that much, in my opinion. They then gave away the Nidalee to Kirai, which you rather not do if you have Bruder on your side. I mean, you want to give him that Nidalee if you can. So perhaps they could have, yeah, you know, need to adjust that a little bit. But of course, now this time it is Lachende Gerdas on the blue side, so they can't do that again. But it might be something for the third game of this matchup if they get that.
And you, Techno, what do you think?
Well, I said it last game as well, but I'm going to just reiterate this game. I think that the Lachende Gerdas are going to be the victors here because, well, they've been well, showing us such powerful play and such controlled play, especially here on the LAN finals. And to be fair, well, I think that's going to be taking them all the way to the top.
Okay, but both teams seem to be in pick and ban already, so we're going to watch that one unfold.
Yeah, and we do see Shen and Bard have been banned away, which they did last time as well. I think the Civil was the last one they did. And on the side for Sensei, it is the Casio ban and Jax as well. So I wonder if they're gonna go for the Irelia once again, or they do mix it up.
This time they seem to ban out the Olaf. That's an interesting way to actually do it. Banning out the Olaf. I don't think we've seen Olaf thus far. Well, unless it was in I believe it was it Trunks who pulled out the Olaf?
I think it was actually Lachende Gerdas with the. They had a heavy CC composition, which they ran twice in a row, and then East Visualize came out with the Olaf in order to counter it, which they did pretty effectively. I mean, they did pretty well on it. So they're going to ban it away here, but I haven't seen Bruder playing it.
Okay, so they've switched their focus a little bit in terms of bans. So they've switched it over to Coscu, Casio, and Azir. Oh no, Coscu, don't do it again. Last time he picked Elijah, I believe he went 0-10 or something, and yeah, he put his team on tilt.
Well, this is a local event, though. It is an offline event, so that makes a bit of a difference. You play more seriously, and of course, it's been a while now since that champion has been released, so maybe have some more practice with it. But they will not go for that champion right now. They go for the Ashe and Braum. So a little bit of their bread and butter lane, because they have been running it like 3 games now.
Yeah, Kitty and of course his buddy Kaas. They really like running that Ashe Braum combination. Yeah. I believe 4 games even in a row that they were able to.
Last time it was taken away and they had to play Morgana.
Yeah, but it's a very similar lane to what they want to play. They really wanted Ashe on Kitty, so Ashe 4 games in a row played by Kitty, and if possible, of course, Kaas always on Braum. But yeah, it's a very strong setup, especially, well, we saw it every single game. Throw the arrow, and then Braum goes in, and you get another stun. So you pretty much wipe whoever you target. And it's really good also for a jungler who comes in. And, well, Kirei, he loves being an aggressive jungler, and this might just be right up his alley.
So we see the 2 next picks here for Sensei Esports. They do take the Morgana. So Morgana Silver Lane, really safe one there. Lots of ways for them to deny crowd control. So they should be pretty safe against the Ashe Braum. And of course the Rek'Sai coming in there for Bruder. I do feel like the Rek'Sai might be a better pick for him. Because the Elise wasn't that impressive from what I saw, but...
Yeah, Elise doesn't seem to be that impressive at all in terms of the league in general. I mean, we haven't seen in our tournament, Elise hasn't really been winning all that much, or at least I get the feeling that Elise hasn't been that playmaker that we usually see her be.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not surprised that they are switching it up a bit, and that's also why I'm not surprised to see people on carry junglers. Nidalee is one of those. Of course, Rek'Sai will have a lot of power, but not really the damage. But still, yeah, it feels a little bit more useful than Elise, to be honest.
Yeah, and it's in the last game we just saw that he wasn't just able to make picks with it. People are very aware what Elise can do. It has been played so much that teams have a lot of practice against it, so they know what to do. And you see the Maokai coming in there as the last pick here.
Yeah, that was to be expected. Well, Morsu gave his opponents a little bit of advice. Take Maokai. I hate playing against Maokai. Well, now they did. So it's Aurelia versus Maokai in the top lane. We're looking at the junglers Nidalee and Rek'Sai. We're looking at the mid laners Victor and Vladimir. And finally in the bot lane is Ashen Braum versus Sivir and Morgana. So looking at these compositions, what are we going to be expecting in the next couple of moments?
I mean, I hate to sound like a broken record, but Lachende just doing a little bit of the same once again. I mean, last time Azir was banned, they took Victor as well, and still making it work. They did have a lot more trouble with it, but they're just so good at making the right calls in rotations and making the right moves. So it is more up to Sensei to do, well, to make their own game plan and to do that correctly, because that's where it has been going wrong for most teams today against Lachende.
Yeah, it seems to me that both teams are getting the champions they want. In the first rotation, as Braum and Nidalee going to Lachende Gerdas, those are 3 really contested champions.
Yeah, I kind of feel like the teams have they have prepared for the tournament, of course, but they have prepared certain strategies more than others. And you see it for Lachende Gerdas. They use the same style of composition every time. And they saw a sort of a counter for it. This was Olaf. It's okay, we're going to run it again. We'll ban Olaf away, so we don't have to deal with that one anymore. And we should be fine playing against whatever else there is left. And then, as you Sensei, they come with the Vladimir Sivir combo. Yeah, it has been used quite a lot as well today. So it's just, I kind of hope for some more diversity, to be honest.
Yeah, but both teams getting what they want should make for an exciting game. They both should feel confident in their compositions, and maybe a more fast-paced start in the last game.
Yeah, last game was rather slow. I didn't think we had action like the first 15-20 minutes, just a couple kills, and that was pretty much it, just farming. But that was also a bit due to the fact that they had standard lane setups, and they were switched around, of course, but standard lanes mean a lot of farming, a lot of safe plays, because if you can get the lane swap, you'll get towers quicker, which just accelerates the game a lot quicker, and just forces team to make good plays where the tower is down. You want to make good movements there and get ahead pretty much.
Yeah, and that's it. Also, I believe we also saw that in the EC Visualize game where we saw the towers going down rapidly, and as a result we accelerated into the mid game before, well, EC Visualize was actually ready for that mid game, whereas, well, the Lachende Gerdas were already ready to just hop in and get things going.
Yeah, exactly. And we've seen Vladimir in a couple of matchups. How will he do against the Victor?
I mean, he should be quite alright. There's not really much that Victor can do to outpoke him. So both of them will do a bit of poke damage. Victor is able to shield himself, of course, so he can deny some of the damage out of Vladimir with that. And then again, Vladimir has, of course, the ability to regenerate himself. So there will be some poking back and forth. What's more interestingly is how they are going to be involved on the map, because both have flash ghosts, so no teleports out of that. So who is going to make the better rotations? It is, I mean, both they have good wave clear, so they are able to push out the wave as needed and rotate. So I would kind of wonder which one is going to get ahead of it, out of the two of them.
Okay, and the top lane, Morsu already said he doesn't like the Maokai, and now they did it. They just picked it. Can Maokai do something against Aurelia? Because we have seen Aurelia and Jax being incredibly strong in this tournament already.
I mean, Morsu just likes to play the solo-ish champions more. He likes to be a bit on his own and try to put pressure on the map so that his team can perform elsewhere. That's kind of what he does and has been doing for the last 4 years. I mean, that's just his tactic in this game. While Bwipo, on the other hand, likes to play with his team more. So he does have the Maokai, which is more team-orientated. I think they can perform better in team fights overall. But in the 1v1 matchup, Maokai is going to be able to regenerate a bit, and he should be able to play safe and farm up, and that's pretty much what he wants to do. Just scale up to the late game.
Okay, well, it seems that we are on the rift right now. What will happen, guys? Will Sensei Esports take a game, or will Lachende Gerdas win? Crowd, let's give it up maybe one more time for these two teams. Let's give it up for the grand finals.
All right, and both teams are going to be setting up here. Looks like they've been spreading out a bit, and once again a very passive start here. Although, look at Coscu, Kaz, Kitty, Kirei, they're looking to invade here, but Bruder's nearby, so Bruder's going to be spotting them out. Kirei running straight into the brush there. Kirei versus Bruder, but Bruder is now in. Will be able to flash away. Will he actually get away though? There's the exhaust. Immediately forced it, also coming in. Nice dark binding. One more hit for Kitty. That's all it takes. It's first blood for Kirei.
A lot of flashes have been used though, a lot of commitment out of the team from Lachende here, but they do pick up that first blood and it is given away to Kirei, and he will be very happy with that, getting some extra gold early here, able to go back and get some more items.
Yeah, definitely. And to be fair, like getting the additional jungle item is going to make his jungle even faster. His opponent, Bruder, not only did he take a lot of he now has to go back and probably will not get that much assistance on his jungle camp, but the double jungle items will allow him to immediately. Actually, he does get a little bit of help there from Maokai, I guess.
Oh, this is so interesting. Oh. They knew it was coming, so they had set up for it.
Yeah, very nicely done here. And now Kirei and Morsu just looking to take out the Wolf camp. But this is, once again, that issue what you have when you're double jungling, is that one of the players does not get any experience.
Yeah, so they do give away a lot of the potential for the top laners. They're going to have a harder time here, and they're generally going to have trouble matching up against each other. We saw it in the one game where he had the lane swap first each Visualize, and there Morsu got into position quicker and managed to pick up a lot more experience than the lane opponent could, and that just got out of hand rather quickly. So
yeah, this time Morsu though is more than happy to assist his buddy in the jungle, and he's rotating all the way to the bottom lane. This is an interesting one. Reddy has now arrived at the bottom lane, and I guess that also is a result of Kirei having the double jungle items. He doesn't really need that help after a while.
Yeah, he should be quite alright, but the thing is, they started on the wrong side for the lane swap actually, because now they have 3 members in the bottom lane, while Kira might actually get called out here if he has help from his team. Doesn't look like
Kira is a very, very jumpy. He does get next. This is one of those moments where you're like, Bruder, please don't go for Kirei. This is so dangerous. Don't do it. But yeah, he still does it.
Yeah, there's enough awareness. Yeah. I mean, Knight can spot if Coscu goes for the rotation. Okay, he doesn't, so you're safe to go for the 1v1 and just have a go at it. And it at least forces Kira back, so no defense in the top lane. Should be quite similar times where they take down the turrets.
Yeah. It's going to be, but also top lane turret going down means less top lane control here for Lachende Gerdas. But Sensei Esports will now have an advantage in the a disadvantage in the bottom lane, because that's where the dragon is at, and we've been seeing a lot of dragon work today here. And I believe the first dragon is even the Infernal Dragon, which means that Lachende Gerdas now have an advantage when fighting over the Infernal Dragon.
Yeah, they could have an advantage. It kind of depends how they're going to handle it. Because of course you will need to find a pick on the champion before you want to go for the dragon. But yeah, indeed, with the turret down, it's going to make it a lot more difficult for Sensei Esports to keep control of the dragon area.
Yeah, I guess that's also why they're sending Sivir to the bottom lane. Just to, well, a 2 versus 1 situation means that you have more people there. I guess it's okay. I guess it's a smart move to do. But it looks like Braum is already backing away from Ashe, so that means that Kitty is going to have a lot of solo time there in the top lane. Yeah.
They will have to take some time in defending the turret though, because they're going to be in a disadvantage here, because it is a 4 versus 3 there, so they need to be wary of what Sensei can do here.
Smart move here by Morsu, immediately backing away and making sure that he doesn't get caught out by, say, a Dark Binding or something. Now Kaz is also joining in. This could be where they want to be fighting, and they're fighting under the turret. This is so dangerous for Sensei Esports, but they managed to take out Morsu. Can they follow up with Kira and Kaz? No, Kira and Kaz will survive this one. They're still under the turret. The minions are so far around. Dark Binding onto Kira. Will it be the kill onto Kira once again? Well, he will go down, but they get the return kill. Oh, they don't.
It's executed.
They don't get the return kill to Brothers. He gets gets eliminated, so that means there is no experience gained. But now, can they actually take down Bwipo? Here's Morshu coming in, and no, it's not going to happen.
Wow, a whole lot taken away there by Sensei, going for the risky dive, but they managed to rotate the turret aggro quite effectively, and they picked up a couple kills, and yeah, Bernache died, but it was an execute, so nothing given away there. So good movements here, and this is actually what we want to see out of Sensei Esports. They need to make moves of their own and try to get ahead instead of just playing defensive and sitting back and letting Lachende Gerdas take pretty much the whole map.
Yeah, and good movement by Sensei Esports. Unfortunately, they couldn't follow up with the Dragon. Like, they had the numbers advantage in the bottom lane, but they didn't want to risk going for the Dragon because, well, Morshu was back with the teleport.
Yeah, and of course we do have short respawn times, 6 minutes into the game, so the team of Lachende Gerdas could be able to get back rather quickly and try to contest, because of course it is an Infernal Dragon, so it does more damage than a regular Dragon, so you are still quite at risk doing that at that time. And they were fairly low as well, so it was kind of risky if they would have gone for it.
Yeah, so they decide, it's okay, we'll just back away and maybe try it another day. And so that's also the thing, well, for Sensei Esports, if they fall behind right now, it's game over. Lachende Gerdas have already shown that if they get ahead, if they get that advantage, they will not be giving it away. And given that this is possibly the last game here for Sensei Esports, they cannot risk that. They need to play it safe. And perhaps Lachende Gerdas can make that into their advantage.
They need to make the moves right now, that's what they're doing, so that's indeed a good point. And we see here the nice new effect, of course, of those pink wards, who, if you don't kill them right away, they're going to regenerate.
Yeah, slowly but surely. But also look at Kitty here, level 6 already over Bernache with only level 5. The supports both on level 3. That's going to be interesting, especially if it's going to be Kitty landing a good arrow and then immediately engaging. That one level is a lot of gold.
Yeah, this might mean go time indeed for Lachende Gerdas. They have their crucial abilities to make those most important picks here.
Ooh, mid lane.
Looks like the action is in the mid lane indeed.
Yeah, Victor actually had to flash away, I believe, and uses Ghost, so that's 2 Summoners blown as I believe the Morgana actually came in. Yeah, Rexline in the top lane, but it's the fight over Bwipo. Bwipo in a lot from Akira, wants to jump on top of him, and Akira takes the kill onto Bwipo, but now immediately there's the engage from Bruder. Bruder looking for the shot. Oh, beautiful hit there. He takes him out with the smite.
Yeah, smote him away, but there's an engagement.
Nope, not going to happen. Black Shield, yeah, not going to happen. That's the power of the Black Shield, of course. CC is not going to work against that. Now middle lane, Knight in a lot of trouble, takes a lot of damage here from the Chaos Storm. Will it happen again? Knight, one more hit, and that's going to happen.
He's going to be fine.
Close though.
Yeah, and a lot of summoners used out of Koskiu earlier, of course, and now Knight had to use his Ghost to get out of dodge there. And you see that Bruder actually putting a lot of pressure onto the top lane.
Yeah, and this is the Sensei Esports now slowly but surely gaining control of the game, and Lachende Gerdas. Yeah, they're just they've just decided, okay, sure, we'll yield the initial part of the game, and then we'll perhaps try and take it back later on. It's a possibility, but I do believe that Sensei Esports is. After we saw last game, Sensei Esports was behind the entire game. In this game, they finally grasped a little bit of an advantage, and they're not going to be giving it away.
Yeah, but maybe Kira has a say about it. He is, of course, the person with all the kills in hand from Lachende Gerdas. Perhaps he can change the pace of the game. Of course, he is, as the jungler, the most impactful player during this stage of the game. So maybe he can do something about it. We do see Bwipo there being pretty aggressive, going into the enemy jungle. Maybe trying to pick something up there.
Yeah, but then again, that is something we are quite used to when it comes down to correction to Sensei Esports, sending Bwipo a little bit deep. It is a little bit risky, but then again, everyone is in the bottom part of the map, and I like what Nidalee is doing here. Just taking the Infernal Drake, no chance for them to actually fight back against it, and yeah, it's also nicely hidden. No wards there, no Scuttle Crab. Perhaps Bruder is going to be fighting over it, but I doubt that he will.
It's too late.
Yeah, an Infernal Drake going over to Nidalee. Next one is going to be the Mountain Drake.
Pretty important one for them to take that away so sneakily, just using the walls to their advantage once again. We saw it. I think during the last best of 3, where they jumped over the Baron pit wall and they didn't have vision then. that they were actually doing it.
Oh, Bruder coming in immediately onto Coscu. Oh, he gets knocked up. Will he go down? No, the gravity field will stun Knight, and that means that Coscu gets away, but just barely, very close.
Yeah, not enough damage can be dashed out in a short amount of time, and just a gravity field stopping them in the tracks. But Bruder is looking for more. He wants to get Kira here.
I like what he did there. He nicely dodged that spear, and now Kira is going to be trying to chase down Bruder, but Bruder decides, I'm having none of that, and backs away.
Bruder staying safe here, but if you look at the individual play in all the lanes now, it is rather equal in most of them, but Morsu having a massive lead against Bippo is really making the difference right now. I mean, Sensei has the advantage in terms of kills. They did get the first blood as well, if I'm correctly, so they picked up a lot there, but losing it in CS right now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if we're looking at the amount of gold here, there's a pretty big well, advantage for Morsu. There's a 300 gold advantage for Morsu. That's quite a bit. And let's be honest, Morsu didn't get a kill and didn't get 2 assists. He just got 1 assist. So that's all down to that CS.
So doing pretty well for himself. And for now, he's gonna have a happy time farming in that top lane. I mean, he lost his first turret, but that means it's a bit easier for him to keep on farming if the wave pushes up towards him, because Bippo can't really get into range without being at risk. So Bruder is there to help him just shove the wave up a little bit more to the turret, but they might be engaged on it.
Yeah, and actually this is also the danger of going so deep, because now immediately with Kira there as well, Vengeful Missile comes out to deny a lot of the damage. But Morsu looking to assist here as Coscu comes in from the side. Bruder, will he go down though? They get stunned to Bruder. Look at the damage being dealt here to Bruder. Now they're chasing out Bippo. Bippo in a lot of trouble. Tries to go for the kill. He cannot scan. No, he can't do it. Now Kira needs to be safe. Whoa, look at Knight. He's also coming in. Kira, where do you go?
Oh, the arrow.
Oh, the arrow misses. The arrow misses. Oh my word. Oh wait, that was Kitty's arrow.
Wrong
that was Kitty's arrow. Yeah, wrong arrow coming in. So it was definitely the arrow. I was a little bit scared. That might have actually been an arrow from Sensei Esports, but it was actually Lachende arrow, and that allowed them to back away. Yeah. Sometimes things fly from all across the screen, and you're like, oh, it's coming in, but it's apparently the other arrow. That's how it goes.
Yeah, a close call there, at least for Sensei. I mean, they gave up a kill here once again. I mean, Bruder and Bippo just at a bit of a risky position. They wanted to go and push out their wave, just get a little bit more minions pushed into the turret and allow the minion wave to reset. But then Lachende just responds correctly. They go through the fight and just doing pretty well for themselves in that situation. It does mean that gold-wise, it is rather equal. While Sensei, they did have a small lead earlier, so they gave up a little bit here.
Yeah, that might actually be the thing that Lachende is going to be capitalizing on. I mean, Sensei Esports, they were ahead for quite a while with about 600 to 700 gold, but at this point in the game they are now 400 gold behind, and if there's anything we know from Lachende, they can turn a small advantage into a very big one.
Yeah, next dragon is going to be the Mountain Drake, if anybody didn't notice it earlier. So it's definitely going to be a contested one again. So we have some good drakes this time, so I won't try to jinx it. But we're doing pretty well. No Cloud Drakes for now.
For now though, it's going to be Morsu in top lane, just farming up a little bit. And Dragon will be up in about 1.5 minutes.
A lot of risky moves being made here by Kirai and Kaz, taking control here of the blue buff area, and we see a lot of pings going down actually, warning warning Morsu that there might be people on the way because they do not have vision there.
Yeah, it's a very precarious situation that both of the teams are in. If they make one misstep, they are going to be losing. And Lachende Gerdas, they have a retry. Even if they lose this game, they're not out of it yet. For Sensei Esports, yeah, if they lose, it's game over immediately. And that's a big thing here to keep in mind, especially when we're looking at the mind game. So let's take it out of the game for a bit and more into the minds. If there's one thing.
Oh, teleport coming in there in the bot lane.
Yeah, here we go. Sensei Esports looking for the kill into Kitty. They will get Kitty, they will get Kaz. And that's 2-0.
However, in return in the mid lane, it was Kirai and Coscu managing to get a kill into Bernash. Ooh, Bruder coming in there.
Oh, Bruder on the Kirai. Will he survive though? The stun. Oh, the stun, no! It's the red red buff taking him down. I do not believe it.
That was so close. I'm like, oh no, he's gonna escape again. But yeah, red buff taking him out, and Morsu once again on the split push, so he will get a turret in return. So that's pretty good for them at least. However, a couple of kills going Sensei's way this time.
It's an interesting, it's an interesting way of playing here by Lachende Gerdas. They decided to give up individual kills for those global objectives. They took the middle turret, they took the top turret, and yeah, now they're actually looking to take the dragon as well. It's the mounted dragon, so they really need to fight over it because it gives such an additional power spike when you get to the later stage of the game, when those big objectives are even more important than they are right now. So Cast moving in, we have Kitty moving in, is Kire also preparing here, Cast already warding so that they have a little bit of vision here. And yeah, this is going to be a big fight here if it breaks out.
And the thing is, they know that Bwipo used his teleport and it fights in the bottom lane, so they see him split pushing on the top lane and they know they'll have a man advantage if it comes to a fight. So they go for the move onto the dragon, and Sensei will be wise and not contested. So that's the second dragon here going to Lachende Gerdas' way right now.
Yeah, and that's I guess also the thing that we were discussing a little bit earlier, as we get another Infernal Drake. The thing is, Lachende Gerdas plays this game all on those big objectives. They let those kills happen because if we're looking back at it, Bwipo, he teleported down to the bottom lane and that lost him his teleport for this fight. So they not only got a turret, they not only got two turrets, no, they also got a dragon as well. And now, this top lane here, they're also going to be getting the Rift Heralds unless Sensei has something to say about it.
Yeah, they are moving in though, so they have to be careful here.
On the hunt has been popped, they're looking for the fight here. Oh, beautiful Hemoplague coming out here. Bruder taking a lot of damage. Will Bruder actually survive? Bruder is the first one to go down. The Hemoplague is ticking down. Will they actually get more? Well, they do take down Kire. So that's at the very least one. There's Kitty going down as well. Morsu trying to escape, but can he? Well, it's pretty much impossible here. Boomerang Blade lands and a Dark Binding takes the kill. So it's a 3-for-1. Very well played here by Sensei Esports. And yeah, this is the thing. Lachende Gerdas is just a little bit too greedy there.
Yeah, although I kind of thought they were going to take the fight because Bwipo was not in position. Bruder died before Bwipo actually got into the fight, but because of that flash into the team of Lachende Gerdas, he could get in there quickly and pick up a kill, and then they could just go and clean it up. But it was a bit risky out of Sensei Esports. And the thing is, if you win such a team fight, you want to get as many objectives out of it as possible. They are going to go for this mid lane turret while Knight is trying to scare away Coscu.
Yeah, but the biggest... Oh,
wow!
Gerdas just got obliterated and now they're immediately turning it around onto Knight. Knight in a lot of trouble. Knight so dangerously low. Will they take him down? That's one more. And now it's Fortunate getting chased down. It's going to be Kire who will land the spear, but can they actually chase him down? Well, Morsu will have the Blade Surge available. In 3, 2, 1. Goodbye, Fortunate.
Man.
And Victor,
yeah.
what just happened?
That was pretty amazing. And
oh my word. Oh, well, top lane once again, Bwipo versus Kitty, but Bwipo's fighting under the turret. What are you doing, Bwipo? Bwipo? We'll call it lag, okay? We'll call it lag. In any case, Lachende Gerdas now immediately extending their lead to 2,400 gold just off the back of that fight. Yeah, the fact that Brennish died, I don't think that Sensei Esports even expected that to happen.
No. I'm so curious how that happened as well, actually.
The Thunder Lord's Decree actually triggered because of the Death Ray actually hitting the second one and then boom. I think that's the explanation for it.
Bruder is going to go for a fight. Well, Coscu gets a kill again.
Oh, Bruder gets sniped by Kitty! Kitty snipes Bruder with the arrow from a long distance. Of course, Bruder would have died anyhow, but Kitty takes it down. Very nicely done. And it's a 1-for-1 trade here as they do lose one more of their members. So, yeah.
1-for-2 actually, because both Bruder and Brunage died. Because Brunage got deleted once again by Coscu.
Exactly.
So, Brunage definitely is not having a good time right now. He's being executed left and right by Coscu, and he needs to be able to position himself better to avoid that from happening, because if he gives away easy kills like that all the time, it's going to get out of hand.
Yeah, definitely, and this is basically what we were waiting for, the game that has a lot of kills. I mean, we're now 20 minutes in, and it already has more than 11 times the amount of kills that we had last game. So that's the thing. I like it. I like those high-paced games where we have a lot of kills, a lot of objectives being taken down. also is for a very pleasant viewing experience. But yeah, Lachende Gerdas now 2,500 gold ahead. And with the Rift Herald also on their side and the Mountain Drake plus the Infernal Drake, Sensei Esports in a very bad position.
Yeah, but then again, I mean, there are a lot of kills, but they are distributed quite evenly. It's 12 to 10. There's a couple thousand goals between the two teams. Yeah, of course, it's 20 minutes in the game, so it is still pretty early. So the 3,000 means quite a lot at this stage. But the later we get into the game, the less important it becomes, of course. So it's going to be about those objective fights. Baron is up for grabs, 1.5 minutes to the next dragon. And Sensei Esports really don't want to give away a second Infernal Dragon to Lachende Gerdas here.
Yeah, and it's going to be something that's really hard to prevent for Sensei Esports. I mean, they have 1 minute to set themselves up. At the very least, they're on par with items. Their big items have been finished, so that's a big thing. Like, they have the Phantom Dancer, they have the Essence Reef, of course, here, so that actually works out for Vladimir. They have the standard tanky items that you don't like, but it's also showing. Like, if we're talking about Vladimir here, I think he's a bit underwhelming this game.
Well, I mean, his performance is doing, in sort of kills, he's 3-1-3, so he is doing quite well in that case. But damage-wise, it's not what it's been before, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So that's my thing. Like, he feels a little bit underwhelming this game, especially compared to what we've been seeing the last couple of games for this game.
Yeah, but maybe he needs, well, of course, he needs some time to scale up a bit. As you see a play
here. But immediately Bruder coming in, Morstu needs to back away here, but will he be able to do so? Oh, he
no!
He takes up Pipo. Pipo, what are you doing? And now Bruder also backs away, and it is Morstu. Oh my word! I cannot believe this is happening. This is just ridiculous.
I was kind of confused. Like, okay, Pipo, just let Bruder clean it up. Let him do his thing. He still has flash available, so he was able to chase pretty easily. Don't risk giving away kill yourself, because I mean, Morsu has Trinity Force. He has the blade.
Look at this, they're going in, but they're not really doing all that much. They do manage to drop the gravity well there, but Bruder is already down to 25% hit points and is not really able to do anything about this entire fight. Now, Spear coming out, force it also forced away from the Dragon, and that means that they will be taking the second Infernal Drake as well.
Yeah, and that's gonna give them 16% bonus attack damage and ability power.
Next Dragon will also be Infernal.
Lowered. Okay.
That's the big thing. If they get the third Infernal Dragon, I believe that only 3 from each can spawn, right?
Yeah, maximum.
Maximum of 3. So that means if they take that, that's a 24 damage increase and 24% damage increase. That's immense, and well, given the setup of Lachende Gerdas, I don't think they're going to be coming back from that.
Yeah, but once again, it's still only 3,000 gold here in the lead for Lachende Gerdas. So they didn't manage to extend their gold lead that much, but yeah, as you said, it's just the objectives they are picking up and the fights they are taking. And it seems like Sensei is a bit lackluster maybe. They try to make moves, but it's just not really working out the way it could have.
Yeah, it's like they're jumping, but every time they jump, they just fall short by a centimeter. They just don't. They barely they survive, but it's not the jump that they want. Yeah. The issue though is that every time they jump, the hole becomes bigger, and there's going to be a point where, well, even there's nothing to hold on to once you actually manage that jump. So this is the thing. Sensei Esports needs to make a play right now. If they don't, it's going to be Lachende Gerdas who would just well, run away laughing and then say, okay, we're taking this game immediately.
Well, one thing to point out as well in that small fight, so oh wait, we gotta wait because Kira is making an aggressive move once again, getting bind by
yeah, that's the thing. Kira needs to be a little bit careful getting hit by the Dark Bindings, as we have an exhaust there straight onto Koskyu. Koskyu will just turn it around onto Bruder. Look at the damage being tossed out here as Kitty also comes in. Oh my word, they just blow a portion immediately as in the bottom lane. It is Morsu also taking down Buipo, so they get 2 for 0 right now. They're chasing down Knights. They're actually chasing down Bruder as well. Bruder's so dangerously low, but he will survive this one, and now they're immediately backing away and towards the Baron.
Yeah, they're gonna make the move, and Morsu is on that split push duty. He's gonna keep on going because he has a pretty massive minion wave there. But he is going to rotate over to this middle lane. Oh no, nice, you're in a bad spot there because Morsu is right there as well.
He will survive. Actually, nice teleport there by Morsu. Morsu now on the Baron. They're going to be clearing out those wards. That's the first thing they need to do before they can actually do anything. They're going straight for Bruder. Bruder forced away from the Baron. Now immediately the teleport coming in from Bwipo. Bwipo will be trying to take down Kaas, but Kaas is already back, so that's not going to happen. Baron Nashor has been taken by the Lachende Gerdas, and now they can turn it around. They take down Bruder. Now onto Bwipo. Bwipo in a lot of trouble. Will be going down. Oh, he gets a kill into Kaas, but he will be going down in the background anyhow. And now it's Kosku. Kosku chasing now Fortunate. Fortunate in a very unfortunate position, but he will be able to back away just in time. Now Knight also needs to be a little bit careful that he doesn't run straight into Kosku. Kosku now out of mana, so he has to back away. And it is Lachende Gerdas with an amazing push, and they take down the Baron for now. But now we are going to be seeing a good push here.
Yeah, they have that Baron once again, and they're gonna use it quite effectively, I'm afraid, because you see Morsu is on a split push duty. He doesn't have his teleport available though, so he's gonna have some. Well, it's gonna take him some more time to get into position once again, but. They are going to back off for now, going to wait, get some more items, and then go to pushing, because that's what you want to do. But get the Baron, go for the 1-3-1 split push, and see if you can get another kill in there. Because
the only issue is that they don't have teleport available. So if Lachende Gerdas do that, and they suddenly get one of their men just jumped on by all members of Sensei Esports, of course they will push really hard. But they're going to be in a 4 versus 5 position, and that's pretty much the thing that they are going to be well looking at here when it comes down to what they're going to be doing. Are they going to be pushing as 5, which is safer, or will they push in the somewhat safe 1-4 position? Ooh, this is an interesting one. Sensei Esports going for. I'm not entirely sure what their intention is, because every time they wait, they give Lachende Gerdas more time to set up. You have Kitty in the bottom lane, completely alone, and they're actually looking to chase him down, but a nice gravity well is going to be stopping the team of Sensei Esports from going in. Yeah. And that's actually the beauty of Victor. I mean, we've been seeing it every single game. Drop the gravity well, oh, you can't run in.
Yeah, they go into the jungle where there are enough small corridors where they can place it so that the whole team of Sensei needs to run through it to get into the enemy team, and they can't do it, so they have to disengage. And we see Bwipo actually getting killed if it wants to.
Wow, so incredibly close. But for now, Kirei here in the middle lane, just having all those minions with him will allow him to just continue pushing with the spite lands of the Knight. So Kirei gets the turret, and now immediately in the bottom lane it's going to be Kaas, Kitty, and of course Kosku pushing in. The gravity well has been popped. Brenner's taking a lot of damage. Brenner needs to be so incredibly careful that he doesn't go down. The Knight going very deep, but will take a lot of damage. Actually gets hit so much that the Morella Nomicon actually pops. So as a result, he does not get all that healing that he wants to. Bruder going in. Bruder goes down immediately. Everyone is going in. Kitty tries to escape. Will Kitty go down? Kitty, will he stay alive? He does get the double kill, and he does go down. And now Kosku backing away. They're trying to survive, but in the meantime, there's a Kirei, there's a Morsu, they're on the Nexus. Will this be the end though? Will Lachende Gerdas make it? Well, it just takes a little bit more. It's down to 3,000 hit points, 2,000 hit points, and it is Morsu. He's dancing a little bit. Interesting choice of action here by Morsu, but it's going to be the ace, and it is going to be Lachende Gerdas who will win the ESL Benelux Championship. Congratulations!
What an amazing victory there. Just such a good performance all day long, and convincingly taking it here, and well deserved, to be honest.
Incredible, incredible what these guys have performed here. After the group stage where they were middle of the pack, they came here and they showed we are the Lachende Gerdas, we are the champions, and well, we're going to be able to raise that cup into the air.
Yeah, GG well played to Lachende Gerdas. 3 2-0s today, but well deserved. Yeah, they played like with experience. They have that experience, and they showed it today. Even a tiny backdoor there in the end. Crowd going wild. Yeah, amazing games today.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's nothing that that can't be said about the Lachende Gerdas that hasn't already been said. So that's the thing. In the meantime, though, Lachende Gerdas, they went from 3 to first place, and it looks like we're going to be going over to the main the main stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your ESL Benelux Championship winners, the Lachende Gerdas. Congratulations, guys. Morsu, first reaction.
GG easy.
Oh.
No. In all fairness, they played well, but they fell behind, and we played it out well. So they couldn't do much after they fell behind, but they played well. They played well.
You came into this tournament with a funny name, and everyone was thinking, who are these Lachende Gerdas? You proved them kind of wrong, didn't you?
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of people know who we are, but we just didn't manage to play for an organization. So we decided to end up with Lachende Gerdas, and I think it's a fun name. So
I heard there's a yell of some sort.
Yeah, it's in Dutch. I'm not going to translate. Gok al je knaken, Lachende Gerdas gaan het maken. That's it. Yeah.
Well, are we going to see more of you guys in the future? Are you going to join an org, or are you going to do this as Lachende Gerdas?
No. These three are all in an organization already, so they have a team, and the rest goes for same goes for for him and me as well. So we just go back to our own teams, and once another Benelux thing comes up, then we get back together and try to win it again.
So we'll see Lachende Gerdas again.
Probably.
Ladies and gentlemen, give them a big round of applause. Lachende Gerdas. This is the time you can pick up the trophy, show it around. Thanks for watching the ESL Benelux Championship Finals. Big thanks to MediaMarkt, Eraser, Huawei, Need for Seed, IGN, and of course the Amsterdam Arena for receiving us. See you next tournament. Bye-bye.